Our project title is Borewell Rescue Bot. Myself Praveen from CTF Projects.
Myself Bhuvaneshwaran from CTF Projects.
Myself Karan Kumar, CTF Projects. Myself Jay Prasad from CTF Projects.
Myself Harini from CTF Projects.
Myself Frederick from CTF Projects.
The problem statement is, in our country, that is India, there are many reported borewell accidents. So as the borewell diameter is too narrow and the environment inside the borewell hole is very dark, it is very difficult for a normal rescue operation to save the child. So our abstract is, the main objective of our bot is to save the child with minimal amount of injury. So we have planned and designed a proper rescue bot to rescue the child from the borewell hole. In our bot there are two divisions, that is there is part 1 and part 2. The part 1 is intended to harness the child inside the borewell hole, and the part 2 involves in enclosing the child with the cage structure, and finally both the parts is connected to a magnet and the total structure is lifted including the child. The child is saved from the borewell hole.
Hello, we are from coding domain of Borewell Rescue Bot,
We coded the Invest Kinematics code of parallel manipulator.
which has 6 layers and efficiently helps in rescuing the child.
Hello, we are from design and analysis domain of Borewell Rescue Bot. I have designed the head jack and parallel manipulator and have helped in fabrication of whole bot.
I have designed the end effector and analyzed the whole part for design failure using ANSYS.
We have involved 3D printed parts for our borewell rescue bot.
And we have also participated in fabrication works and machining works like grinding, cutting, welding.
As mentioned earlier, our bot consists of Unit 1 and Unit 2. So this is the Unit 1 of our bot. This unit consists of an head jack, parallel manipulator and an end effector. So the main purpose of Unit 1 is to arrest the child inside the borewell hole so that the child doesn't slide further into the borewell hole. As our Unit 1 of the bot looks similar to the Mission Scavenging Drone unit, we have used the same mechanism for our Unit 1 of the bot. So the head jacks activation will be explained by my teammate Jay Prasad.
So the initial actuation will be done by the head jack unit. The head jack unit consists of 4 arms, which is controlled by a DC motor and the lead screw mechanism. There are 4 metal pads in the head jack unit, which will get fixed to the walls of the borewell. The metal pads will be provided with a rubber grip for providing a fixture and providing extra grip for the bot. The main aim of the head jack unit is to provide a support for the entire bot and to fix the bot in a place.
This is the parallel manipulator of our Unit 1. It's a 3-slider parallel manipulator and it uses lead screw mechanism, and it has an high torque motor. So the use of this parallel manipulator in our bot is to know the exact position and orientation of the child. That is, the child can be at any position and orientation. This parallel manipulator helps in the mechanism for the end effector to catch the hand of the child. If the child is upside down, the leg of the child can be catched by the end effector of our bot. So this parallel manipulator just aligns with the position and the orientation of the child.
This valuable mechanism is achieved using the parallel manipulator, which provides you necessary DOF to locate the position and orientation of where the child is located. This parallel manipulator works on the basis of Invest Kinematics. By using the N20 motors, which consist of high torque and PID control, is used for the effective position and orientation location. This also gets attached to the end effector. This end effector, once it reaches the position where the child is, it will catch the hand of the child if the child is in normal position, or it catches the leg if the child is upside down.
This is the last section of our bot. This is the end effector of our Unit 1. This end effector plays a major role by capturing the hand of the child if the child is in a normal position, or else if the child is in upside down position, it will capture the leg of the child. So this mechanism is done by enclosing this ring material into the child's hand so that it safely encloses the hand of the child. So the main purpose of our Unit 1 bot is to just arrest the child from sliding down further into the borewell hole, and this mechanism does not involve of lifting the child from the borewell hole.
So the 80% of the bot is made up of mild steel, and then coming to this UV joint, it's made up of chromium vanadium alloy. Since there's a lot of induced stress acting on this UV joint as it moves in all the 6 directions, so we use as a chromium vanadium alloy. And then coming to this telescopic boom, which acts as a cover for the parallel manipulator. So we used polylactic acid, which is a 3D printed material. So why we used this to reduce the weight of the total boat. And then coming to the end effector, as this end effector catches the child's hand, so this material should be very soft and fluffy. So we used TPU, which is thermoplastic polyurethane, so which will be flexible, which is a rubbery material, and it will be soft, and it lies between a plastic and a rubber state.
So last year we have built a prototype of our total bot. This year we have eliminated some disadvantages and iterated our idea to rescue the child safe and sound from the borewell hole. So this is the unit 1 of our bot. The design for our unit 2 is completed, and our next step is to start fabricating the unit 2 of our bot. The unit 2 has a major purpose of having a cage structure, and this cage structure encloses the child. So at last, both the unit 1 and unit 2 will be attached to a magnet, and total structure of the bot will be lifted, enclosing the child from the borewell hole. We have acquired more knowledge and technical aspects from CTF project, and we especially thank CEG Tech Forum for giving this great opportunity. And in addition, we also thank the student director of CTF.